Hi guys, welcome to another brand new episode of PSLE Maths Secrets Revealed. So for today's episode, we actually have something very interesting. And this is a common question that you will often encounter. And it's based on fractions. Okay? It's based on fractions. And if you stay tuned all the way till the end, you'll be able to see how I use the branching method to solve a question like this. Alright? So without further ado, let's dive straight in. So Frederick had some coupons. Each coupon cost $5. Okay, let me just do my annotation. On the first day, he sold 264 coupons. And thereafter, on the second day, he sold 1/5 of the remaining. And they informed us that on the third day, he sold the rest of the coupons. And they even said that this was 1/3 of the total number of coupons sold on the first 2 days. Okay, let me just repeat this again. This was 1/3 of the total number of coupons sold on the first 2 days. So there's a little bit of a trick there, but let us identify how to unpack this question. And the first part asks us to find the fraction of the total number of coupons. As in, they're asking us what fraction of the total number of coupons did Frederick sell on the first day. Okay, so fraction of the total on the first day. And moving on, they actually said that each coupon costs $5. And what was the total amount of money that Frederick collected from the sale of coupons over all 3 days? So this is a repeat of the information given earlier, that the coupon costs $5, and they are asking us for total amount of money over 3 days. Okay, so whenever we are actually faced with a question that has a fraction together with remaining or remainder, it's actually advisable for the child, for the student, to use branching. Okay, so I just circled in blue the 1/5 and the remaining to remind everybody here that this question is actually a branching question. It's actually a remainder concept question. Okay, so let me just branch alongside with you, and you can practice as well, so no problem at all. So total will be on top, and after that I will branch down into the first and remainder. And just a reminder that for the branching, right, it's good to use pencil, because if there are any issues, there are any mistakes, it's easy to change. So out of the remainder, we have the second, and finally we have the third day. Okay, something like this. So I'm going to fill up my branch. So another reminder is that when we are doing our branching, try not to juggle too many things at one go. So we get the skeleton, get the structure of the branch out first before we fill it up with numbers. So at the very start, we do not know what is the total. Okay? And we mustn't make the mistake of saying that the total is 3 because of the 1/3 that they talk about. Okay? So that's not true. This question is a bit tricky, so we just have to be more careful. So a total we do not know, and they say that on the first day he sold 264. So I'll just put it down, 264 on the first day. Then moving on, I realized that for my remainder there's a denominator 5. That means that my remainder's total is 5 units, and 1 unit will go to the second day, and definitely based on number bond, the third day must contain 4 units. Okay, must contain 4 units. So the question is saying that on the third day, he sold the rest of the coupons, and this was 1/3 of the total number of coupons sold on the first 2 days. Okay, so there's a little bit of twist down there. Most of the time when we encounter such questions, right, they will say that the 1/3 refers to the total, as in the grand total number of coupons that Frederick had. But this question is a bit different. Okay, it's a bit different. It's actually telling us that the 4 units, okay, the 4 units that has been sold on the 3rd day is actually 1/3 of day 1 and day 2. So this kind of question, I will term it as remainder type 2. Okay, remainder concept type 2. So remainder type 2, and it's a special case. Okay, just bear in mind that it's a bit special, it's a bit unusual. Okay, so moving on, I will write my equation that 1/3 D1 plus D2 has got to be 4 units. Okay, because they say on the 3rd day he sold the rest of the coupons, 1/3 of the total. Then what about day 1 plus day 2 combined? That has got to be 3 out of 3. So 3 out of 3, day 1 plus day 2 combined, it must be, and it will be 4 units times 3. And this leads us to 12 units. Okay, 12 units. So if I were to look at 12 units, and I realize that for day 1, I have 264, which I'm circling right now in using this red ink. And my day 2, second day is 1 unit. So this has the idea that my day 1 has got to be 11 units. Okay, 11 units, because first and second day combined together is supposed to be 12 units. So I will just park 11 units below the 264. I will group it together with the actual value, and let us see what happens next. Okay, what happens next. So yeah, if I have this 11 units, I will actually group 11 units with the 264, and thereafter I will definitely find 1 unit, and that will be 264 divided by 11, and I'm hoping to get a nice number, okay, for 1 unit. So 264 divided by 11, I work it out and I managed to obtain 24. So this is a very good sign that I'm actually on the right track. I'm heading in the correct direction. But the question is not asking us for numbers, they're asking us for fraction of the total number of coupons did he sell on the first day. So after we realize that the day 1, the first day, the 264 coupons is actually 11 units, and I recall that my remainder is 5 units, I would be able to find the grand total, and that has got to be 11 plus 5, 16 units. Okay, 16 units. But back to the question, they're asking us for fraction day 1. So fraction day 1, in this case, it has got to be day 1 out of the total. Okay, day 1 out of the total. And from what we have worked out, it is none other than 11 out of 16. Okay, so part A is 11 out of 16. Then the next part, they are trying to say that each coupon costs $5. Then what was the total amount of money collected from the sale of coupons over the 3 days? Now, if 1 unit is actually 24, I know for sure that the total number of coupons, okay, the total number of coupons, it has got to be 16 units, because like what I always mention, T for total, T for the top. So on top I see 16 units. If I knew that 1 unit is 24, so it will just be 24 times 16. Okay, 24 times 16. So that's not very difficult. It's actually something very doable. So 24 times 16, it leads us to 384. So 384 refers to the total number of coupons that Frederick had. But let's not forget that each coupon costs $5. Okay? And we need to ask ourselves, how much money was collected by Frederick over 3 days. Okay, over 3 days. So if the total is 16 units, then the next step that I need to do is to multiply the 384 total number of coupons with the value that they claim it to be. So 384 multiplied by 5. Let's see what happens. Okay, 384 times 5, and that leads us to 1920. Okay, so just bear in mind there's a very real need to check that what we have written down is nice and proper. So my part B answer is actually 1920, and I mustn't forget to put the dollar sign. Okay, the dollar sign. So just remember, guys, for the fraction 11 out of 16, there shouldn't be a dollar sign next to it, and there shouldn't be a dollar sign in front of it. So at the very least, at most, we can just say that, that the total amount collected was 1920. Okay, so not to forget the dollar sign, and just do a last check before you actually move on to the next question. So this is a very important tip for all students. You can't just rush through. You really have to do your part to ensure that every step of the way has been correct. Alright, so we have come almost to the end of the video. Guys, if you enjoyed today's video, or you've got anything out of it whatsoever, please remember to hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Also, feel free to let us know where you guys are tuning in from. That's always nice for us to know. And if you are new to this channel, finally, remember, hit the subscribe, hit the notifications button. There's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year we are dedicated to making weekly videos to hold you accountable, and to make this your best year in mathematics. But for now, this teacher is signing off. Bye bye.